is. Now we're live. Woohoo! I'm so
Awesome.
excited. You guys, it is Thursday night, right before the conference. We are literally just a day and a half away from the St. George Annual Energy Healing Conference. And my name is Tammy Anderson Ward. I am the producer of the Energy Healing Conference. We've been doing this now for 12 years, and I am so excited to introduce you to a couple of amazing people, Aleisha and Rory Christensen from Living Wisdom Apothecary. And this is a unique speaker, somebody that we've never had on before. We've never even had this exact topic before. So if you're like, I've been to this conference, listen up. You are going to want to make sure that you come to this class. This one is at noon, and she is going to be speaking about your moon sign, your soul's hidden language. And my moon sign is a Taurus. So I'm excited to kind of lean in a little bit and listen to what her class is all going to be about. Now, she is a certified Astro-Herbalist. And if you don't know what that is, continue listening in. Aleisha Christensen bridges the cosmos and the earth to facilitate deep healing by weaving together astrology, plant medicine, and ancient techniques. She crafts precisely attuned remedies. I just love the way that that sounds, that reconnect the spirit with nature's innate intelligence. Based in the Red Rocks of Southern Utah, Aleisha co-owns Living Wisdom Apothecary with her husband. When not formulating, she's raising her 3 children and exploring the wild beauty of the desert. My gosh, that's so beautiful. And I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. And I would love to just have you start off with telling us a little bit more about your story. How did you get doing the line of work that you do now?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was about, I think, 5 years ago. And it's a pretty common story. You're working so hard, you're pushing yourself. I'm a mother of 3 autistic children and just recently found out that I have autism as well. So there is a lot of dysregulation going on. There's a lot of just pushing and trying to make it happen. And I just burned out. And I got to a point of like, what am I even doing? Who am I? I just had nothing left. And a good friend of mine, Naomi Fox Reyna, was starting to talk about astrology. And I respect her and always, kind of kept up with her over the years. We've known each other for quite a while. And she was starting to talk about astrology. And I thought, what is she doing? My interest was piqued, but at the same time, I was very skeptical and like, what is she doing? But the more I learned about it, the more my heart was like, I need to know more about this. This is a very common story with people that are called to astrology. Mm-hmm. But I do remember I met Seidel Schultz through her, and I think she'd already been through the program. Mm-hmm. And she talked to me about my moon sign. Mm-hmm. And that changed everything for me, because when I found out I was a Cancer moon, mm-hmm. it was like, no, like this part of me doesn't exist. And it was it just like opened a whole new world for me. Mm-hmm. And I started paying more attention to my emotional landscape. I started paying more attention to my relationships. I started kind of thinking about how I was, with safety and emotional safety and like saying, oh, well, if I have this emotional intelligence, then I need to figure this out, for my kids as well. And so eventually I decided I needed to be certified. I felt like God told me, like, this is what you're meant to do, and it's going to help you be a better mother with your kids. And so I did that. And then eventually, after I got certified, I started diving into aromatherapy. And so I started making anointing oils that were bringing in wisdom that I was receiving from the planets, and kind of just creating my own. It was more for fun. It was just more
yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. I felt like they were just giving me messages. I'd bring them and put them in a bottle. And then friends started asking me about them, and I started giving them away, but then they're like, no, I want to pay you for them. So then I started selling them. And then eventually this led me to herbalism, and I studied Astro-Herbalism, because when I found out that astrology was connected with herbalism, I thought I have to be on this train. And so eventually I started making like bath soaks, and I started making like teas and things like that, and studying how there are certain herbs that are connected with Venus or connected with the sun, and or like Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun. I'm Cancer and a Virgo rising. So it makes a lot of sense that I would be so connected with the earth, and it makes so much sense I'd be connected with the moon, being Virgo and Cancer. So yeah, then that's where I ended up. And eventually Rory wanted to quit his job. You want to tell a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we can go on. So my path to this business is a lot different than Aleisha's. Hers is beautiful and very kind of feels very organic. Mine in some ways is similar in that I was also experiencing burnout in my own ways, probably again about 6, maybe even 7 years ago now. But mine came from more of like a health and wellness standpoint. I realized I had a big wake up call to start getting my health in order. And I kind of saw down the road what would happen if I didn't start doing that. So I just started learning more about health and wellness, and I started implementing more and more practices. But even with all of that, and that was like for almost 4 years, I think, I still felt something missing for me. And so with my background, with my religious background, I was actually kind of turned away for most of my life from energy work. I was just kind of steered in a different direction, but I felt there was something missing in my life. And so I started to receive more of what Aleisha recommended to me, and started incorporating herbs and plant medicine and other things into my life. And I had a profound awakening of sorts in my own. And I started to realize there was a lot more to it than I had originally thought. And so for the last almost year and a half, a little over a year now, maybe not quite a year and a half, I've been on my own spiritual enlightenment, if you will, my own little journey. And I started to realize just how profound these tools are and how deeply they can help you. I also started to realize the importance of nervous system regulation, that like for so long I was trying to just kind of mentally work through the issues. And I realized that only gets you so far. It's so critical, but it only gets you so far. And so I realized the importance of somatic work and nervous system regulation. And so I started to incorporate a lot more tools and practices and some rituals as well, that like when you have a religious shift, you realize how much you might be missing the rituals, right? How profound they can really help you and guide you and support you. And how you can feel a bit lost, I think, at times if there's not ritual in your life. And so tried to work with Aleisha on rituals that we could incorporate through these tools, through the aromatics, through the plants, through meditation, through all sorts of things. And so really all came down to kind of a head and say, like, you know what, we're ready for a change, ready to really dive into this and see what we can do with it. The timing was just right for us in our lives. And so we went full on last fall, winter, and just said, let's get this up and going and see what we can do with it. We really feel like we have something that can help people based off our own experiences. And so that's kind of how I ended up joining Aleisha on this journey.
That's awesome that you've been so supportive of her, because, you know, she's like, this is like, I don't understand all of what's going on right now, but I know this is where I'm supposed to be, right? And she just like trusting and being led and just going for it. And man, it's so cool to hear about the results that your friends and now clients, right, have been able to, the results they've been able to achieve as a result of using your remedies and all the different things. And I have to say, your website is incredible. And so I put it up here so that people could see it. The Living Wisdom. I love the name of that. Living Wisdom Apothecary. But what I'd really like to have you guys do next is maybe tell us, just to navigate for us just a little bit about what kind of things are there. I want to have you guys go ahead and start with the quiz that you've been telling us about. So go ahead and we'll go there next.
Okay. Rory, go ahead. You created this amazing quiz.
So as we started to really work through our products, again, like we started with the anointing oils was really kind of the foundation, but we realized, and they're an amazing foundation to our apothecary, but we realized that we wanted more there. We want to really offer deep rituals, right? And so what we realized as we started looking at different things to really enhance the experience, we realized that there needed to be a bridge between all of the different work that we're doing, right? Aleisha talks about the moon sign and the importance of the moon sign and astrology. We also know the importance of energetic work, the chakras and everything along those lines, and the plants. And so what it all came to is we started to notice themes within all of that. We really started to see the elements really rise up in the work that we were doing as kind of unifying themes of all of this work. And so we started to realize, like, actually, this is really powerful to start to think about the different things that we offer and the thematic elements. Moreover, the elements are really tied in a lot of ways to neurosomatics. So that's one of the things I started learning more about, is this concept of neurosomatics and how we need, again, that nervous system regulation. It's not just a matter of what we might need to cognitively work through, but that. And so there's a lot, for example, like fire, the fire element is tied very deeply to heart, right? Air to mind, etc. And so we started to really realize that this was a core message for us, a core part of it. And so we realized that we wanted to enhance what we offered with the anointing oils with some other things that really rallied around the elements. So we created ritual kits, and we've now recently added bath soaks, because that's something that from our own personal experience, you can have deeply profound experiences. So it's great to meditate, but we found that even a deeper connection and expansion when you incorporate herbs and salts and aromatics and stones, all of incense, all that together. And so we created these ritual kits, and we've added officially our bath soaks that are really meant to combine all these together. And so based off of that, we've created a fun little quiz to help people to identify what element they need to work with the most right now. Again, do you need that heart opening work of fire? Do you need the calming, soothing work of water, etc.? And so it's up on our website now. There's a little button there that says Discover Your Element. You can click on it and just follow the questions, and it will give you some really nice guidance as well. And I will say that one of the powerful things that we can do now with the help of the online tools like AI is we can give really personalized recommendations. So we provide a lot of guidance to the tools, but they can get that really hyper personalized guidance to people that do fill out the quiz and want to dive in deeper. And so we're excited about that too.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I'd love to go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about your website a little bit, because it is so, I feel like, well done. And it's not just a website. It's like a wealth of resources that people can find there. So let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit. Can you hear me okay still?
Yeah,
we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this for a moment. First of all, let's find exactly where your beautiful quiz is that people can go ahead and participate with. I'm going to go ahead and see this a little bit better. And let's see, it's going to be down here at the bottom right. It says Discover Your Element, right?
That's exactly right.
And so people can click on that. And then even if people can't attend the conference on Saturday, gasp. No, I'm just kidding. They can go on your website and they can order stuff. They can order services even with you. Do you want to talk about some of these beautiful offerings that you have here?
Absolutely. So I do offer astrology readings. So I will do an astrology reading where you can learn more about your big three, for instance, your sun, your moon, your rising sign, or just like you're having certain, issues or things coming up in your life that you want to get a little bit of clarity on. I can do that. I also offer medical astrology. So this kind of goes along along with the nervous system dysregulation and helping people become more aware that your nervous system is individual and it has individual needs. And that's what's beautiful about astrology is I'm able to kind of help you see, oh, like this is what you need to, this is what will help you, you know, calm down more, or these are things that will help you sleep better. So we can look at like different minerals and different rituals that will work better for your individual nervous system.
That's awesome. And so everything is super easy to find. This is a very user-friendly website. Very well done. And you can go ahead and take a look at all of this and more. There's so much here for you. And you guys are going to have, I want to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening at the vendor space.
Sure, absolutely. So we will have some of our products to test. We will, obviously, I'm willing to kind of look at your chart, you know, and give you some insight into some things if you want, or questions that you have maybe about your moon sign, like I'll be available there. We will have our bath soaks that are a brand new product, and we will have those that you can smell and see, and they're so pretty. And
the element kits.
The element kits will be there, and we will be doing a giveaway of those.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, it's obvious that you have an affinity for this, and it's definitely really inspiring to see your genius in this, because I mean, everybody's so unique and so different in all of the ways that they shine. And it's clear that this is something that you're really passionate about. But I love how you've been able to turn it into a lucrative way to be able to support other people, you know, and your family too. And it's beautiful how you and Rory work together in unison. I mean, he's got strengths that he's bringing to the table here, and
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited. I'm thrilled that you guys are going to be there offering this class. I mean, this sounds so appropriate to be at an energy healing conference.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I'm way excited. I'll let you guys go ahead and add anything else that really, you know, stands out, or anything else that you'd like to add before we go today.
Yeah. So I was just going to say that, like, we're really excited to be at the conference. Like what we realized as we started to work with people is how many people did not even know that they had a moon sign. They're like, well, yeah, like, no, like I'm a Leo, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Libra. Like, what, you know, what is this? And so we're really excited to be able to dive deep and to highlight that at the conference, you know, at the speaking opportunity, at the booth. Really happy just to get to know people, really. I think one other thing, we're also really excited to work with other like-minded people as well. Like, I think one of the big things we started to realize is how well people love to incorporate what we offer with their other rituals, whether it be like a sound bath or a massage or yoga or whatever it might be, to really enhance the experience, to really bring it full, like a full embodied type of experience. And that's one of our taglines for the event is your embodied experience, right? It's really all about that embodiment. It's great to have awareness of what to do, of where you might need healing, of what the universe might be telling you, or whatever it might be. But something to truly embody that, to take that knowledge, that information, and to truly embody it, and to find rituals and practices that allow you to do that. So one of the things we didn't really highlight on the website is that we have a ritual library that we're adding to all the time. So it's not just products, it's, you know, practices like such as the ancient art of anointing,
Abhyanga,
and others. And so we're constantly adding to that too, because we want to support people in their rituals and give them, you know, ideas and opportunities to incorporate rituals in their daily lives, to really begin to embody the knowledge, the wisdom, and the healing opportunities that are there for them. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I want to say that aromatic medicine is so powerful in being able to go right to our limbic system, right to our memories. And so to be able to create something that has just the scent and the sensual experience is just enjoyable, but then it's also helping you go into those memories to find those emotions that you need to process. And then we have products that help you get in a more relaxed, safe place in your body, so that it's just so much more efficient and just a much more lovely experience.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool. I literally was just, as you were talking about that, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh my goodness, there was this time period in my life where I just felt really sad all the time. And it was so weird. One day I was meditating. I had this thought that came into my head. It was like, make a list of the things that you are that bring you the most joy. And so I started writing them down. And you know what was really weird is they all had a smell attached to them. So like when I was a little girl, I would climb up on, my grandma had like this cellar. This was in Idaho. And the old farmhouse had like this cellar that we would climb up on it, and we could look in the kitchen window where my grandma was washing dishes, or I don't know. She always like made these weird concoctions, but they always tasted good at the end, but it was kind of bizarre, you know? I mean, I literally were like, don't tell us what's in it. You know what I mean? But like, should be dancing in the kitchen or whatever, throwing stuff together. And I would just be this little girl that would be sitting on the edge of the cellar, looking in the kitchen window. And right next to the cellar was this ginormous lilac bush. And so one of the things that bring me a lot of joy is the smell of lilac flowers, because it makes me think about when I was a little girl looking in the kitchen window at the farm, you know, with my grandma. And my grandma is like so special to me. And so it was just like, oh my goodness. And as you're talking and sharing about aromatic and healing and the sensory and the olfactory, like all these things, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is like so cool. And like the smell of when you're peeling a cutie or an orange, something citrusy, and your salivary glands just start to like have a little party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just love this. And I can tell that there's so much more to learn from you. So I'm excited for people to have the opportunity to come and connect with you. I also have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of locals that are there that want to come and connect. Maybe you could go and teach classes at their wellness centers, or
I love that.
retreats, or vice versa, you know. And I was just thinking, like, I know how important collaboration is, and getting the word spread out about something so beautiful like this. So I want to invite all of the people in St. George that are maybe on spring break, they're not going to be around or something like that. I want to invite you guys to connect with Aleisha or Rory, because they're beautiful people. And I've just really enjoyed getting to know them better. And this is just so exciting. So thank you so much for your time today, both of you. I appreciate you. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Okay, Tammy. Thank you so much.
It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Same. Thank you. It's
Have a
going to
good
be
night.
so good. You too. Take care now. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be so much fun. I love when we have a unique class like this, a unique offering. I don't think we've ever had something quite like this before. We've had things that are similar, but this is so cool. I love it. And I'm really grateful for Aleisha, you know, being vulnerable and sharing about how she just recently found out she has autism. I 100% just want to like offer my huge amount of heart and my huge amount of love to her, because I know that there are people who they might feel embarrassed about that, but I'm actually really proud of her. I feel like there is a genius right there. Like, she is freaking brilliant. Did you guys see it too? Did you guys feel that? I mean, she is absolutely beautiful. And I applaud Rory for just supporting her, for being there for her, using his strengths too to support her with this. This is a really beautiful thing. And I'm really excited to be able to be a part of, you know, getting them out there and getting connected with you guys. So I just want to invite you, if you are not going to be at the conference on Saturday, because I know that there's only about 1,000 people signed up right now. And yet we have so many other people, you know, that follow us here on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, YouTube or whatever, right? And I want you guys to also get to know them. So I'm going to go ahead and just invite you to go visit their website, maybe to even take their quiz. It's Living Wisdom Apothecary.com. It's right here on the screen. So whether you're watching this on the live or the replay, I want to invite you to go check it out. All right, you guys, if you are not yet registered for the conference on Saturday, I want to invite you to go ahead and You can either send me a text. I'll go ahead and put my number up on the screen here, or you can also go ahead and just go to our website, energyhealingconference.com. We do still have tickets available. There are some really incredible vendors and speakers throughout the entire day, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you. Take care.